Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to Harker Oval. It is round 3 of the Tooheys Newcastle Rugby League, and it's Sunday afternoon football as we welcome you to a glorious afternoon here at Harker Oval. Not a cloud in the sky as we prepare to go live right here on Bar TV Sports. Something a little bit different today for rugby league followers. We are also live the entire afternoon on Facebook via Bar TV Sports. We've got Tom Taylor in the commentary box. He'll join me in commentary this afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Tom.
Good afternoon, Pete. It's good to be in the commentary box and not down on the sideline for once.
Nice to be elevated, isn't it, on a high position?
Oh, that's great. Right. You can see everything.
You do see everything here, and it's the best spot in the league right up here. Pretty much we're on the roof, aren't we?
Oh, that's right. I don't think anything's higher than us.
Well, let's go through earlier results here today. Tom, in Women's League Tag, Lakes 12 defeated Western Suburbs 10. In the under-19s, Lakes United 36 defeated Western Suburbs 4. And we've just had reserve grade. Lakes United too good by 30 points to 10. Whilst we're going to air today, there's also a big clash. It's the inaugural New South Wales Challenge Cup taking place out in Mudgee. We've got a few scores coming through from the ground. The Macquarie Scorpions obviously taking on Concord Birdwood Wolves. The Concord Birdwood Wolves there from the Ron Massey Cup. And we've just been told with 20-odd minutes left remaining in that match, Macquarie have skipped out to a 24 points to 12 lead over the Wolves. So hopefully they can go on with it.
Yeah, hopefully. It's not too often I get the chance to say go the Scorps, but it's a bit of a different occasion today, so go the Scorps. And
a big congratulations too to the assistant coach of Western Suburbs, Mark Morrissey. Yesterday, the Newcastle Knights in the Harold Matthews were just far too good for Manly Warringah. They got up in extra time, and that's the second time Mark Morrissey has actually taken the Newcastle Knights Harold Matthews through to the grand final of the Harold Matthews. He was denied in 2016, but he's got the chocolates in 2017, so good on him.
He should have a coffee with Nathan Brown, maybe.
Well, I think he's the most successful Newcastle Knights coach we've ever had, Mark Morrissey.
Yes.
Undefeated the entire season. How good was it?
We'll just have to hang on to those juniors then.
I think so. I mean, the likes of Bradman Best, outstanding yesterday for Newcastle. Even Max Badiris had a sensational game. He's the nephew of Denny Badiris. He led them around well. And a Church. If the family of a Church are watching, that kid's going to go on as well. So a great day yesterday at Leichhardt Oval, and as I say, congratulations to Mark Morrissey, the assistant first grade coach here, to Matt Lantry, who's also doing a fantastic job here. So let's go through the sides as they'll take to the field here in round 3 of the Newcastle Rugby League. We'll go through the away side first of all. At fullback is Jamie Gilmire. On the wings is Matt Craig and Kyle Kennedy. The 3 and 4 is Jacob Gagai and Lee McClintock. The 6 and 7, Jay Sullivan and Nick Newman. Sean Boss in 8. Chris Adams is back. He was out last week. Nick Lowy in 10. Harton in 11. Randall goes to 12. And Josh Hayes, he'll lock the scrum. The interchange for the Seagulls is Kelly, Chance Burgess, Casey Burgess, and a new name to the side, but Noonan is impressed with his pre-season form and reserve grade form, so he's put him in jersey number 17, Jermaine Tower Brown. So we'll be looking to see how he goes this afternoon. For the Western Suburbs Rosellas, they look this way. Richardson, Alatini, Williams, Utah, Walker, Keenan, Tafua, Knight, Baker, Mannion, Stone and Shillings. The interchange bench of Redmond, Ling, Petro, Herman. And of course they're coached by the former New South Wales coach of the Newcastle Knights, making his first year here at Rosella's headquarters, Matt Lantry.
I love that, Pete. The former New South Wales coach of the Newcastle Knights.
Well, he's also got the academy going well too, so he's also assigned Adam Bettridge to that academy as a performance supervisor too. So those two guys, along with the rest of the coaches, doing great things here in the local Newcastle Rugby League. Who's your tip to this afternoon, Tom?
The tip, I actually didn't realise how many team changes there were. I understood Udi Baker, he actually played for Cook Islands last night. According to Facebook, of the Newcastle Knights page, everyone wants him back in the Knights colours. So he's back. He's backing up today, and Chad Redmond's back. I understood that he did his shoulder. I thought he dislocated his shoulder in round 1, and there was talk of a very long period of time he'd be spending on the sideline. So if he's back and he's close to 100%, I'm liking West today, Pete.
All right, the money is on West. Hit us up on Facebook. Head to the comment section and tell us who you are going for this afternoon in Bar TV's live and exclusive match of the round here in the Newcastle Rugby League. In yesterday's Newcastle Rugby League results, Cessnock beat Curry by 24 points to 16 in the Coalfields Derby, and Central edged out Maitland by 28 points to 22. So a big crowd in here at Harker Oval. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is our 4th season broadcasting throughout the world the Newcastle Tooheys Cup, and it's great to have Tooheys as the major sponsor of our grassroots competition here in the Country Rugby League. Well, here comes the home side, Western Suburbs. There's Cal Richardson. Tafua, of course, the captain, taking you right inside the tunnel. Our referee this afternoon is Graham Stair. What a picture-perfect afternoon for rugby league here. Doesn't come much better than Sunday afternoon football in Newcastle, Tom.
Absolutely. I can tell you one thing, Pete. That cricket pitch is going to be a rock.
Hard as they come.
We have had no rain in Newcastle the past couple of weeks, and it's just going to be one dried-out cricket pitch. So it's going to be quite painful for the forwards.
Picturesque ground. The curator's done a sensational job here at Western Suburbs. It is lush, as you said there, Tom, hard in the middle, but we're just seeing the customary shake of hands in the middle of the field, introduced into the Newcastle Rugby League a few seasons ago now. It's just a nice touch, isn't it? As a warm greeting before the battle erupts on the field. So Facebook Live, Newcastle Rugby League, taking it to another level. Always looking to use the technology as best as we can here on Bar TV Sports. Doesn't come more interactive in the digital world than this. So here's the kickoff. It will be Lakes running left to right. And Sunday afternoon football, we're underway. Round 3 of the Tooheys Cup. Welcome along. And Western Suburbs bringing it back about 10 metres out from their own line, and that was Baker. They come the short side. That was a good shot early on there from Jay Sullivan, Tom.
Yeah, very good shot. The outside back's getting some early hits in.
They work it now through the middle of the field. So they come outside their own 30-metre line. That's the captain in Mark Tafua. Of course, NRL experience under Tafua's name. Of course, he captained and played with the Cronulla Sharks before coming here a couple of seasons ago. So the Seagulls, what have they got in their repertoire of tricks this afternoon? We'll find out here. Dean Noonan, of course, there was a bit of conjecture leading into the off-season that he wouldn't go around in 2017 for the Lakes United Seagulls as coach, but changed his mind and put his hand up for one more season. That's Adams. He was out last week with what you were saying to me off air, Tom, was a bit of an ankle sprain, but he's looking okay so far in this match, as we see now Glowhy hitting it up past the halfway line, wrapped up there by Mannion as we go downstairs to our low shot, giving you that superb picture as we see now the kick going off the boot downfield. The ball's gone straight into the possession of the Rosellas here, Tom, and they're bringing it back, and they're dropped down just onside their own 20-metre line.
I just want to maybe make a note that Jade Porter looks to be playing this game at dummy half. He started this game. Jade Porter is in number 19, so there was a bit of a late change for Western Suburbs here, as you can see him with the ball now.
Yeah, Jade Porter, one of Bar TV's favourites. Of course, the coach at the Cardiff Cougars as well. In the under-6s, I believe, doing a great thing out there. Just short of the 40-metre line here. Stair saying go back and play the ball. They do exactly that. Knight in 9, giving it out the back door. Here they come now. This is Keenan. He's just short of the halfway line. The nil the score here in the Newcastle Rugby League. That's outside the 40. That is Porter there in 19, booting the ball downfield, right out to the winger in Gilmire. And he comes back and he's collected and brought down. And a strong tackle there, Tom, by Mark Tafua.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked about his NRL experience, and it just certainly shows there. He was the first one down chasing that kick, as a good leader does. Interesting, I was talking to Chris Adams' mother this morning, and she said that Chris and Chad were texting each other throughout the week, just maybe a bit of banter. Number 9 on number 9, but Chad's obviously starting on the bench tonight, so it'll be interesting to see when he enters the field, the rivalry between Chris and Chad.
So the Seagulls towards the 30-metre line here. Live and interactive on Facebook as we see now Adams giving it away short to Newman, and wrapped up there was Gagai. Did he lose the football there, Tom? I think you'll find they've turned it over here to Simon Williams.
There was a bit of an intercept there. I think Lakes, if they had that again, I think they would pass it to their own team.
So John Ward is live and interactive on Facebook saying, "G'day, Tom." One of your mates joining the coverage as we see now they're hitting up straight and hard. This is Baker.
Was that John Ward?
That was John Ward.
Hi, John. We get a commentary gig together at Cessnock for the 16s, 18s.
There you go. Over the halfway line now, the Rosellas come. Still 0-0 here on Sunday afternoon football. They're going to boot the ball downfield. Where's it going to go now?
Pete, I think we may have had a falcon. I think it went straight into Sean Boss's head.
Falcon time.
I think so.
Put that on the highlight reel. So let's see what they've got in their repertoire of tricks again. This is Adams. Takes it to the right-hand side, picking up Harton and running straight into Baker. So 35 metres out. Adams again. You just tuned to the coverage. He's back for the Seagulls today. He was rested last week. But looks good. Doesn't look like he's carrying any sort of injury thus far. Now Sullivan turns it out wide. Gilmire sending it away. Out wide now to Gagai. Steps, weaves, still going. Gagai. He's brought down 4 metres out. They're calling for the ball to come to the right-hand side. Craig wants it. Back then out of Newman. There's space out here. Comes back then out of Hart, and it's on the ground. Western Suburbs dive on, and they've come up with a 10 out from their own line.
Another intercept, Pete.
Credit to the Rosellas then. As we see now, I think that's Porter taking it forward to the 12-metre mark.
Just looking at the Western Suburbs defensive pattern here, it looks like they've got Ryan Walker playing at fullback. Callum Richardson has gone out to the right wing to partner with Simon Williams, and I think the other side would be the remaining 2 outside backs, I'm guessing. So it's a bit of we've had a lot of chopping and changing with the West lineup at the start of this game.
So Western Suburbs taking it now to the 40-metre line through Mark Tafua. Last tackle now. Centre of the field. Look for the kick. Keenan sending it high. Pressure for Gilmire. Takes it well. Wrapped up finally by Richardson, the fullback for Western Suburbs. So now they go downfield. This is Kennedy. Kennedy's trying to get away from Richardson. Passes it back on the inside. Finally collected by Simon Williams. Kennedy, electric, but just couldn't quite put it together there, the Seagulls, Tom.
Really letting them down in this first half. The passing game for Lakes, that's the third one we've seen getting into the hands of the Rosellas. So I think Coach Dean Noonan is going to make a note of that, and that could be a half-time talking point.
So that's Warren Schillings. Plays it back to the left-hand side of the field. They're going to come out here and go straight into the gap, pinning the ears back. This is going to be a try-saving tackle. How good was that? 4 metres out, Western Suburbs. They go for a dig from dummy half. Well, I'm still getting over the first play. What about that try-saving tackle? Have you seen anything like it quite like that this year so far?
Definitely not this year, Pete. Ben Stone thought he was in for all money. I think he might have just eased up on his running stride a bit. But Gilmire, absolute amazing tackle. Excellent short ball from Jade Porter, though. He didn't have a lot of time to react to that.
Now to Keenan. Putting it high into the air, looking for Utah. Ball's on the ground. They're going back for it.
6 more tackles, Pete.
Tackle count restarted here. Sunday afternoon football. Right here on Facebook Live. It's Peter Mannion. He can offload any day of the week. Still going. Finally brought down only a metre out. 0-0 the score here in the Newcastle Tooheys Cup. Porter goes to the line. Support looming. Drop down there was Sullivan, the defence over the top. Slow play the ball from the Rosellas. Working the right-hand side, back to Tafua. Hard and strong. The former National Rugby League player went backwards. It's play on. Keenan steps, weaves, and he's been smothered there. About 2 metres out from the goal line. Still 0 the score here on the Bar TV Sports scoreboard. Back to Baker. Baker's close. Baker, he's immediately brought down a metre out. Randall gets off him. Ling sending it to the right-hand side. Porter back then out of Williams. He's got Richardson on his inside, but the touch judge puts his fluoro flag up, Tom, and they're denied a try. 6 minutes gone, 0 the score.
That whole set my eyes were on Ryan Walker there, just lingering behind the play, looking very dangerous. But that run from Udi Baker, I thought you'd need a brick wall to stop him. He's got a very, very high top speed for a forward, and his frame is just... his runs are just off the charts, Pete.
It's been an electric start to Sunday afternoon rugby league here on Bar TV Sports. Both sides certainly have had their chances, haven't they? Great defence, though, as echoed by Joby Con on our Facebook page. A lot of people taking our coverage in Sydney today. Stuart Allen says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm watching from the beach at La Perouse. That could be a first, watching it on the beach. We like that. Maybe we could grab a picture there.
I believe this was the first penalty of the day, Pete. West Newcastle offside.
That's the halfway line as Adams going short. Now to Boss. Plays it back to Chris Adams. Always nuggeting, got a flat pass away to Glowhey. He knows how to charge up the middle of the field. Back to Adams. Cuts out one. Finds Newman onto Sullivan. Out wider comes again to Kennedy. Dragged down there from Richardson. 2 metres in from that touchline. Adams back comes again to Randall. Through the arms of Newman to Glowhey. And he straightens the ship. On the last tackle now for the Seagulls. Will they kick it in the in-goal area? That's exactly what they do. They're coming through. But our referee Stair says it was grounded. We're going to have a goal line drop out here. More pressure coming up for the Seagulls.
Loose ball in the in goal, and it was just stacks on. Lucky for West, a green jumper was managed to get there first. Let's have a look on the replay.
It was the last tackle, and you always know it's going to be dangerous when that man Adams puts his left or right boot to the ball. And Rosellas have done well there to ground it in goal. So another opportunity for Lakes United. But we've got a player. Is that Tafua? I think it is there. In 8, yeah. Mark Tafua on screen right now. Just receiving a little bit of attention there, Tom, to his left ankle. So the captain is down on one leg. He'll be back up on two before he knows it.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a leader.
Yeah, he's a leader. He knows when his team needs a breather. Just normally it's at a scrum.
Yeah. Maybe it's a hot day out there too. 22 degrees here in Newcastle. Bit of a breeze coming out of the south, as you can see there. The bushes are blowing. We've got the athletics track around here. Came here years ago for the regional carnival. And that tradition's still going on. A lot of school activities here at Harker Oval. As Randall now goes into dummy half, finding Newman. Newman goes straight and forward into the 30-metre zone. So Adams is looking around, just waiting for Shillings to get off, finding Sean Boss. So the pendulum, we speak about that a lot in rugby league. It's swaying from side to side here. Who's going to score the first points of the match? Sunday afternoon football coming out of the heart of Newcastle here as Hayes within a metre of the line. Stair signals last tackle. Adams again. Will he go again from dummy half? Gives it across to Newman. They kick. There's chasing there coming through. And Randall, he was on the spot in time. Lakes lead 4-0.
It's amazing what Chris Adams brings to this Lakeside. They missed him last week against Central. You saw the run before the play in which they scored. He just took on the line at speed and dragged all the defence in. Followed by that play there, he just gives a bullet pass to the first receiver, as we see on the replay here.
So Dylan Harton in jersey number 12, right in the nick of time. Well, Richardson, the fullback, was trying to get his right boot to the ball and kick it dead, but he couldn't get there in time, resulting in the first 4-pointer here for Sunday afternoon rugby league in the Newcastle Rugby League. Tom Taylor, he's just vacating the commentary box for a moment, our referee in the Newcastle Rugby League. A lot of you are probably wondering where he's going. Well, nature's calling. 12 metres out, probably a little bit too much information, but just rest assured he's not taking the microphone with him. 15 metres out from the line, right in front of the post. Facebook Live to his Newcastle Rugby League. 12th minute gone. Can they convert the try? Yes, they can. Touch judges raise their flags. So 28 minutes remaining in the first half. And Lakes United off to a flying start for them after the try to Harton. And there's Kennedy on screen now. One of the flyers in the back line for the Seagulls. So earlier results coming out of Harker Oval, if you just clicked onto our coverage this afternoon, in the Women's Leagues tag, Lakes 12 defeated Wests 10. That was a close affair. In the under-19s, Lakes United 36, Western Suburbs 4. And we've just seen reserve grade take place only a matter of 15 minutes ago, and Lakes United defeated Western Suburbs by 30 points to 10. And back here after 13 minutes of the first half, early days yet in the Newcastle Rugby League. Lakes, the away side, the visiting side, up by 6 points to 0. As we see them come to the 30-metre line as the bench from the Seagulls looks on. As they come towards the commentary side, they've had a fair bit of success with long-range tries, the Seagulls, early on in this season of competition. The Rosellas were awake to it. The defence was as strong as it could be. Just short of halfway, that is Adams. He's going to decide to put the left boot to the ball. The ball falls into open space, and Callan Richardson, safe as the Bank of England up the back there. Played a few positions here at the club. Winger, centre. I don't think there's a position in the back line he hasn't played, Callan Richardson, as Tom's back. Welcome back, Tom.
Thanks, Pete. Sorry about that.
No worries. All good?
Yeah, mate. Feel a lot better now. I'm not jittering around everywhere.
That's Baker towards the 40-metre line of the Seagulls. So 6 points to 0. Facebook Live this afternoon. Hit us up on Facebook. Let us know what you think of the clash. Matt Lantry, in his first year here at the club at Western Suburbs, came across from the New South Wales Cup at the Newcastle Knights. Gilmire, ball's gone out of his possession. It's been towed ahead and taken dead there by Matt Craig. Well, luckily they were able to clean up there for a goal line dropout time.
Yeah, I think Dean Nunes' pulse would have gone up a little bit there. We don't see many errors like that from Jamie Gilmire. He's usually as safe as a bank under the high ball. But I don't know whether he would have lost it in the sun, so maybe it was just bad positioning.
So Tom Taylor, if he's not in the commentary box, he's out there in the middle of the field, adjudicating our Newcastle Rugby League competition. Great to have him in our Bar TV commentary box, and I hope everybody at home appreciates his knowledge as well. That's why he's here. He gives us the big decisions, and he's not afraid to do it as well. This is Keenan. He takes the line on.
Was there a flick pass in there,
Well,
Pete?
I think everybody's caught by surprise, but referee wasn't. He's going to give the try.
Sam Keenan, flick pass.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Just talking about my wealth of knowledge.
Well, the human eye didn't see it. We better rely on technology to talk us through this. Let's have a look at this. It's 12 metres out from the goal line. Well, Keenan's got the ball here. He ran to the line. Little fiery ball out the back, and they're over. What a pass. What a play. Try time. They're back at 6-4. Kick to come. So we might be able to... Yes. Everybody up here taken by surprise. Even the ground announcers here. It happened so quick. But we know it's a 4-pointer, and they're back in the match. That's the main thing.
Yeah, lucky the cameramen are all over it.
And always fantastic to have a replay. I don't know if we've still got the ability to go back and have a replay. We might keep that for the highlights, Tom. What do you reckon? I think we might. Here's the kick just falling off the mound. What are you talking about, Tom?
I'm just walking around, just in killing time, and I noticed that you're in dress shoes and jeans.
Yes.
Those shoes are something I'd wear to a wedding, and then those jeans are something that I'd be wearing
on a horse
to the Sunday footy.
Here's the kick.
But it's commentary.
You know, it's Newcastle.
It's Newcastle.
You know,
it's Harker
I haven't
Oval.
been home yet from Harker. Yeah. Been a big weekend, Tom.
Bush footy.
Bush footy. Anything goes. Grassroots, mate. We're setting the fashion trends.
Yeah, well, I'm in joggers. So
what are you wearing?
I'm in joggers, mate. Joggers and, I don't know, whatever's comfy.
So Sunday afternoon football is alive and well. We could even take it to the next level and find out what the viewers are wearing and where they're watching the coverage from, Tom.
Well, we know one's at the beach.
Yes.
So he's probably in his Speedos. I wonder if he's in the water.
Now that'd be a photo of the century. Simon Williams has scored it. Our sideline eye down there is the grounder manager this afternoon. So we're just on the walkie-talkie to him. Just talking to him now. Simon Williams. Yeah, correct weight. Simon Williams was the try scorer. Tom, so you'd be happy with that. He's one of your favourites, the referee in our competition.
Yep. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Just go with it.
Got nothing against Simon. Simon's a good player.
Here's the kick downfield. Keenan pumps it straight down the possession of Gilmire. Juggles it, regains it. Now, I've spoken to Gilmire throughout the week. He's been called a number of things over the years in commentary. Gulmere. How do you refer to him, Tom?
Jamie, mate.
Jamie?
Yep, just Jamie.
Just Jamie?
Yeah.
And what about last year? You referred to him as Gilmire,
No, just Jamie. just Jamie. With a nice name like that, I think Jamie's fine. But I don't usually call players by their last name.
Well, it's an easy one
very much.
to remember. Just remember the gills of the bird and Mire the shop. Gilmire.
Gilmire.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's
like
Chris Adams. Giving out the back now to Boss. Straight and hard towards the halfway line. Barry Moore, the former Macquarie Scorpion coach, has joined our coverage live as well here in the Sunday afternoon. I don't know if Barry would like what he saw there from Western Suburbs, though, Tom.
Willis Alatini. I think Willis has definitely got the sun in his eyes here, so that's just very unfortunate. A well-placed kick, I might add. I think that was Sullivan. But, yeah, hello, Barry. Doing some good things down at West Walls End, so hopefully they can get one better this year than they did last year.
Western Suburbs are about to use their interchange bench here as the scrum is being fed down around 30 metres out from the Western Suburbs line. So Sunday afternoon rugby league. Been a big weekend so far for Bar TV Sports as Gilmire. He's within 5 metres of the goal line. Plays the ball after Richardson gets off him. But there is a penalty here for a shoulder shot off the whistle of Stair. So that will be taken right in the middle of the field here. So 6-all here. And they take the tap and get on with it. This is Nick Lohe. Runs straight into Mark Tafua. Wrapped up there by Ling. So right on their own goal line here, the Western Suburbs Rosellas, as Sean Boss runs straight into the defensive structure, wrapped up there by Mark Tafua. As you can see there, Jay Sullivan is on the right of Adams, but I think you'll find Adams will go to the left-hand side and pick up his number 70, Newman, and he offloaded the pass. Newman wanted it back, but he couldn't quite get it back from Randall. Now they go straight and hard towards the post, and Glohe, he picks up the second try for Lakes. They lead by 10 points to 6 with the kick to come. Has he given the try?
Yeah, mate, try's
yes,
been awarded. Spoke about it before in the last Lakes try. Chris Adams just taking the line on, dragging those defenders in, getting everyone's eyes on him, and delivers a nice flat pass. I think it might have even been a cutout pass to the number 10 from Lakes, who opens up Pete's book.
Nick Glowhey.
Glowhey.
There he is right there, Tom. Straight and hard into the gap and just gets it down only in the fashion that he knows how, and he loves it. He's picked up a few tries this season, along with Lee McClintock out on the centre position. So Lakes United, give them possession, they'll hurt you. There is Glowhey's partner in Arton, along with Gilmire. And just spoke about that bloke, Lee McClintock, 2 tries so far this season. But Gilmire having a superb 2017 season so far in attack. Knows how to break the line and also nutch out a 4-pointer any day of the week. So the kick will come from 20 metres in from the eastern touchline. Kicking towards the southern end of Harker Oval. Just to make it 12 points to 6. He's got it. So no change on the Bar TV Sports Sunday afternoon scoreboard live on Facebook. It's Lakes though, Tom, leading 12-6. You've been here bright and early, mate. What have you been up to this morning?
Yeah, mate, I got down here at about 10:30. I wanted to watch a league tag match, West Newcastle versus Lakes. I knew it was going to be a great game, and it turned out to be a very good game, 12-10. Lakes ended up winning, scoring a try, 5 minutes to go, and one of the young girls kicked a sideline conversion to put them in front.
Is that right?
Yes, it is right.
We'll be able to watch the highlights of that match and plenty more of that throughout the week on Bar TV Sports, so make sure you log on to YouTube and check that out as Porter gets us back underway with 17 minutes remaining in the first half. In Newcastle Rugby League yesterday, Cessnock beat Curry 24-16 in the Coalfields Derby, and Central edged past Maitland by 6 points, 28-22. So Central Newcastle Butcher Boys, they remain undefeated under their new coach in Craig Barney Miller. There's a penalty, another penalty right in the middle of the field as we look at the interchange players coming on in Tawawa Brown, giving his first taste of first-grade rugby league right now. So they bang the ball into touch, and that's exactly where they find it. We'll also have scores throughout the afternoon from Glen Willow out in Mudgee. Macquarie taking on the Ron Massey Cup side, the Concord Burwood Wolves. So we'll be able to give everybody an update as those scores filter into Harker Oval. Brown, first touch of first grade, finding Adams. Turning it away to Newman. We come to the wide shot. Adams goes in, looking around, finding support. Searching for their third try of the first half here, Lakes United. As Adams sends it back away to the left. They're up quickly on Gagai. They had to be. They can't allow him space. We know how effective he is with the football. Back then out of Newman. He puts it into the in-goal area. It's ricocheted off of Rosella, and they've come down with it here. Tom did well there, the Rosellas, right on their own goal line.
Yeah, mate, it's going to be a tough set coming out from their own line now, so have to get some hard runs off the outside backs coming in to give their forwards a bit of a breather, because they just defended that whole set really well. As we can see, just that, Willis Alatini making a nice, well, it's a little bit of a sideways run in the end, but it's valuable meters.
Well, it's full time out at Mudgee. After trailing early, the Macquarie Scorpions have become, Tom, the inaugural New South Wales Challenge Cup champions. So congratulations to the Scorpions. They've downed the Wolves by 30 points to 18.
Oh, that's great. Shows what a tough competition, in fact, Newcastle Rugby League is.
So Porter putting in the kick straight down the guts of the field here. So this game in the balance, 6 points the margin. Anyone's game on Sunday afternoon rugby league right here on the home of Newcastle Rugby League, Bar TV Sports, entering our 4th year, streaming the Newcastle Rugby League. This is where it all began for Bar TV Sports back in season 2014. As Lakes barge up through the middle of the field. Got a bit of feedback coming through the hotline, Tom.
Adam Martin, I'm not listening to him.
Through the middle of the field. Lakes Straight into the possession. Plays it back then out to Adams. Pops out the back. Ball's on the ground. And the referee here just says, yes, that is a tiny knock on there, Chris. So we'll have a scrum here. Tom, 10 metres short of the halfway line here on Sunday afternoon rugby league.
Yeah, nice marker chasing there from West. Just getting a hold of Chris's arms as he was trying to pass that ball and just turned it into a wayward pass. Yeah, it went forward. So bit of a let-off here for West. They'll give them an opportunity to get some good field position here. They haven't had a lot of field position, and when they have looked very dangerous. So this will be an interesting set. Lakes will have to work hard here.
How do you think the referee's going? One of your mates?
Yeah, good friend of mine, Graham Stair. Been around for a long time. I think he's approaching his 300th game this year, so...
Is that right?
That's right.
Good on him. Inside the 30. They love the Newcastle Rugby League, don't they? Aylett and all his friends. I think you'll be around for a while to come as well there, I think, Tom. Williams? What's this now? Your...
11 years.
11 years. Redmond out the back. Collected there by Sullivan. So 12 metres out from the goal line. Burgess in defence. As Knight sending it short. Herman wrapped up, a metre out. So the last tackle here. They're going to go high. Looking for Utah. Western Suburbs, it's still with them. The referee here, what's he saying here, Tom?
I'm not sure. It looked like, I thought it was okay. It looked like Cal Richardson knocked that back.
Yeah.
And then it was a good pass to Cal Richardson, but the referee's seen, it looks like a Lakes knock on first, followed by a West knock on. So it's not all bad news for West Newcastle here. They will get a repeat set, 10 metres out. As we can see on the replay, whether or not this is right or not, I have no idea.
Well, here it is, the Bar TV Sports replay. So look for a Lakes hand here somewhere. But we're back to the live shot now, and Western Suburbs are only 4 metres out. Looking for their second try of the game in the first half here. That's Knight in the headgear. Slowing it down. He wasn't happy there against Dare. Knight again, so take 2 it is. That's Herman in 17, going across field. Trying to straighten the ship for the Rosellas. Trailing by 6. Knight, nuggety from dummy half. Always elusive. We know he's got to try him from dummy half. He's always nuggety. Well, he got over the line. The referee called held. So a few metres out from the line. Petro, short by a metre. As Adams slowly gets off him. Knight again. Away to Porter. He goes short. And they've got to get it this time. Ben Stone. He crashes over.
An exact replica of what we saw earlier in the game, except this time only 10 metres out. Jade Porter, nice short ball to Ben Stone running a nice hole. So this time Jamie Gilmire. I'll just stick to Jamie.
Remember the birds.
Yeah, remember the birds. Unfortunately, he couldn't hold Ben up this time because he was just too close to the line running too hard.
Well, here it is right here on the replay right now as we fire it up. Porter instrumental, and Stone just ran onto it. And Gilmire, as you said there, well, he was just going to run over him any day of the week. But they're back, Western Suburbs fans, as Marcel Ikanofo, one of the Bar TV midweek favourites, has joined the coverage. Not 100% sure where Ikanofo is this year. If you wouldn't mind just letting us know.
Are you trying to ask him, Pete? Are you trying to, you're looking at your phone going, hey, Marcel.
I'm putting a call out.
Yeah.
Do you know the whereabouts of Marcel?
Well, he's on Facebook at the moment.
So he's not here?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Here's the kick from 10 in from touch. They're going to bring this back around. It looks good. It's an absolute ripper from Keenan from 10 metres in from that touchline. So we've got a ball game here. Sunday afternoon rugby league with 9 minutes to go in the first half. We're locked up at 12 all.
That was very JT-like, that kick, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
right to left swing.
Speaking of JT, looks like he might miss the origin.
That's such a shame.
You don't like Queensland?
Not very much, no. But I do like JT, and I hope he's not out for too long.
Solid impact. from the Seagulls is Harton. Straight and hard now. That's the 20-metre line as Knight works the left-hand side. Nice hands there. Was that Porter there?
Yeah, Jade Porter showing some sticky fingers there.
That's why he is in first grade and the coach of the under-6s at the Cardiff Cougars with handling skills like that, doing great things with the Cougars. Jade has Knight now. Hits it up through the middle of the cricket pitch. Tom's had his...
We'll come back to that later.
Gilmire takes it well. Look at him run. Full steam ahead. Runs about 15 metres, collected and brought down. Now to Matt Craig.
I have to say it, Pete.
What happened?
When you're talking about Jade Porter coaching the under-6s and doing great things with those Cougars. It's all about the interpretation.
It's all about the inflection, is it, too?
Yeah, absolutely.
As Adams works the left-hand side of the field. Here he is again, giving it away. Sullivan works it short. They're into the gap now. This is Harden. He pins the ears back. He takes on the fullback and he's brought down
he
about
had
10
Newman
metres
in support.
out.
Newman was in support, didn't use him.
Still a chance now for Lakes United. Back to Sullivan. He's going to kick out wide for Craig, but the ball's gone too far and it's hit the fence on the bounce.
These short balls are working a treat today here at Harker Oval. Burgess was running a nice line, and he had Nick Newman on his left. I don't know why he didn't use him. He just tucked the ball under his wing and said, I'm going to run over you, Ryan Walker. But Ryan Walker's probably not someone that you've run over very easy, even for Burgess.
Ryan Walker, new signing in 2017 for the club. Knight offloading. And this time Casey Burgess is in defence over the top, so we've got the Burgess brothers playing, Chance and Casey. Off the interchange bench for the Seagulls here this afternoon. There's Adams again. Along there with Chance Burgess. Now to Knight. They're going to kick now off the boot of Sam Keenan. He's kicking away from the fullback and he finds touch about 8 metres out from the Seagulls line. So 12 all, 6 minutes remaining on Sunday afternoon football in the first half. You're listening to the Tui's Newcastle Rugby League. It's round 3 of our competition. He was unlucky there. He was just outside the 40 too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, but I think that's still a very good result for West. It's a very slow scrum. A couple of minutes to go in this first half. He just wants to make sure that there's no errors left. We can complete our sets, stick to our tackles, and just give everyone a little bit of a breather here. So, yeah, smart kick. Very slow scrum though.
So Lakes coming off their own line. Chris Adams. Got a call up last year towards the back end to go over to the Newcastle Knights. Didn't quite make first grade. Found himself playing New South Wales Cup under current Rosella's coach, Matt Lantry.
He did have a couple of games, Pete.
Off the bench, didn't he?
He did have a couple of games in the top grade.
And, of course, he was at the Newcastle Knights a number of years before that. So he knows what big-time rugby league is all about. Moved house last week, he was telling me too. Chris Adams, that's our useless fact of the afternoon, as the Rosellas now bring it back up the middle here, Tom, to the 30-metre line.
Useless fact. I don't think that's so useless.
An interesting fact, maybe.
Lost ball.
There is a lost ball here, so there's a chance now for the Seagulls. With 4 minutes left on the clock. Just came out of the possession. Let's have a look at this.
I didn't see that. I turned around to look at you and acknowledge your useless fact. Next thing I know is it's Lake's ball.
But thank you for acknowledging it. Well,
I didn't see one.
Can you see one?
Not from that angle, no.
Can the viewers see one?
A lot of legs in the way, though.
Let's have a look. It might have started here. Let's roll it from here, and let's see if we can see a ball hit the grass. Well, that's probably what he's saying there. Yeah.
It goes a little bit behind his hand, so it's a really tough one to see from that angle.
Didn't look like it went forward. If anything, just went backwards. So the Seagulls might have got away with it there. Unfortunately, the Rosellas have given them back the possession where we're seeing them hit it up, and that is Casey Burgess. 12 metres out from the line. 4 minutes remaining in the first half as Newman goes across field. Runs straight into the 18 in Chad Redmond, along there with Ryan Petro in jersey number 20. So there's Chris Adams again, the orchestrator. Giving it away now to Sullivan. Sullivan's dangerous. Slips over before he comes to the defensive line. 9 metres away from the line. We're locked up going into half-time. That's Chance Burgess on his back. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Sunday afternoon rugby league. Here's a chance. Gilmire. He steps, he weaves, he takes them on. And Ryan Walker brings him into the ground as the last tackle. Changeover back to the Rosellas, Tom.
Keeping the Rosellas guessing there. Lakes United running the ball on the last. And it looked like it was going to pay off, except it was well read by the fullback in Ryan Walker, just stopping Gilmire from reaching the line. As we can see, Knight at dummy half, giving it to Alatini. Working his way out again to the middle of the field.
So Frank Lawler from the Maitland Pickers has joined the coverage this afternoon as well. So a penalty goes here to the Rosellas, the home side. There's Graham Stair.
Well, here we go. We've got a bit of inside information here from Fridge. Jake Finn, that is. Marcel is a butcher boy.
So he wanted to go over to play under Craig Miller. Why wouldn't you? He was instrumental in grand final day and plenty of seasons gone by. So that's a big loss for the Seagulls as the home side. Hitting it up under new coach Matt Lantry. That's Knight. Peter Mannion with the ball in his 12th season here at Western Suburbs. Peter Mannion. Porter. 21 metres out. Knight looking around, looking for support. Finds the big number 20 in Ryan Petro. Knight again in his fluoro yellow boots, sending it away this time to Keenan. Gives it out the back door. Now on the inside it comes. They're getting closer with every hit up. Back to Keenan. He's looking out here for Utah. But McClintock goes high and saves the day for the Seagulls. Back out to the 20-metre line with 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
This will probably be the last set here, Pete, before half-time.
So Matt Craig.
Will Lakes try to actually score a point or just complete it, kick it out and go to half-time? It's play it safe or go for it.
Gagai. He loves the run any time of the match, especially in the dying seconds as he gets it back away now to Sullivan. Sullivan now finds the shoulder of Hart and it's gone backwards. They go back and clean it up. Oh, what a lovely shot there on Kennedy, but he was able to get up and go again. So 10 seconds to go in the match. In the first half, Sullivan, there's a lost ball. And that should be half-time here, Tom. There goes the siren in the background. So an entertaining first half of Newcastle Rugby League right here on Bar TV Sports. It is half-time. We're locked up at 12 all. 40 down, 40 to go. What's your thoughts of the first half, Tom Taylor?
Really entertaining footy. Some end-to-end style stuff. A few good short balls being displayed today. But to be honest, after that first half, I'm sort of worried about my original tip being Wes. Lakes are playing some really good footy today.
Yeah, it's a top quality game. That's why it's the match of the round. As I mentioned early on today in the inaugural New South Wales Challenge Cup, congratulations to Adam Bettrich and everybody out there at Macquarie. Too good for the Ron Massey Cup side, the Concord Burwood Wolves. They got up out there to be the inaugural Cup winners. In yesterday's Newcastle Rugby League results, Cessnock beat Curry 24-16 in the Coalfields Derby, while Central edged past Maitland Pickers by 28 points to 22. So we'll take a break here. It's half-time on Sunday afternoon football. Don't go anywhere. We'll be down with the next 40 minutes of football. When we come back, it's 12 all right here on Facebook Live. So we're back for the second half. Have a look at this. Taking you, the viewer, right behind Nick Glowhey. This is his view as he comes out onto the field. He's about to be seated on the bench. And we have a look around here from ground level. There's our sideline officials, and there's the crowd. And there we are, right up there in the box. You might see Tom Taylor's head. Can't miss it.
Oh, thanks, Pete.
Only joking.
Big egg
There's
head.
a few players up here. A few.
More like you can't miss them shoes.
I know. They're very nice, mate. But, yeah, this is a bird's eye view of what the players can expect when they come out here onto the Newcastle Rugby League Oval. Glorious oval here, Harker Oval. A few years ago, we came out here and we actually did a story on Harker Oval with the president at the time. And if you would like to have a look at that video, hit us up on YouTube and type in Western Suburbs Rosella's Footy Talk. That was back in 2014. A lot of memories, not just in rugby league, but also cricket here at Harker Oval. And, of course, a long time ago, half of the grandstand, I think the grandstand was burnt down by memory. But we're going way back. So we're just waiting now for the Western Suburbs Rosellas to come back out onto the field. Western Suburbs and Matt Lantry, they're waiting for the referees to come out first. And there's our referees now just on the middle of the field coming out as we turn around and have a look. Graham Stair and Western Suburbs, they are now coming into picture here on the halfway line. Wireless technology in the Newcastle Rugby League. This is Newcastle Rugby League at its finest. There's Callan Richardson, along with his troops in front of him.
That's fancy. I like this. This is cool.
Nice.
It is.
There he is, our roving man, Paul, director by day, cameraman by night, or the other way around. He does it. He does the lot. He does the dishes too at Bar TV. He lives down at Morisset. He knows.
Does he make a good coffee?
He does. He does.
For everyone else?
He keeps the caffeine levels high at Bar TV Sports. Ryan and everyone here doing an exceptional job behind the cameras. So we're back underway for the second half here. We're locked up at 12 all. Sunday afternoon football's back underway. Tom Taylor and Peter Jolly in the commentary box. And it's Lakes United with the first hit up of the second half. And Adams eagerly awaits to go into dummy half, as you would expect. What are you expecting in the second half, Nostradamus?
I'm expecting another even matchup. If one team was going to get ahead, I think it's going to be Lakes this half. I've changed my mind. I've jumped ship. I've gone from West to Lakes, but only just. Only just if I had to choose it. If I had to choose one. Normally I just sit on the fence and then you get up me for sitting on the fence.
Oh, Tom. Gilmire, he's going to be taken into the ground just on the halfway line. That's how they keep themselves occupied as the kick goes downfield. Underneath it is Richardson. Oh, what a catch by Richardson. He diffuses the situation right on his own 30-metre line.
Excellent take, Richardson. It's funny to note here that the winger and fullback for this game for West Newcastle are the two fullbacks from the All-Stars match. One playing for the Indigenous team, one playing for the NRL team. Well, the Newcastle Rugby League team.
So just inside the Lakes territory, they charge forward now. 5 metres inside the Seagulls territory. They'll work the right-hand side of the field. That is Porter. He now finds the big number 18 in Redmond, and he's cut down 40 metres out as Adam gets off him. They go to him dummy half. Knight sending it out the back door, and that's where they're wrapped up here, Tom, just onside their own 30-metre line. Sunday afternoon football, 1 minute gone. Back to Porter. He's going to hoist it high into the air. They're going to go up and take it. Oh, what a catch by Matt Craig. If he's not running, he's diffusing situations like that. Brilliant catch, Tom Taylor.
Yeah, West are going to be bombing that corner all half, I think. That's the worst place to go for a catch with that sun. But the Lakes, I'm not sure which winger it was, but he's done an excellent job catching that because he had nothing but sun in his eyes.
So that's Casey Burgess. He'll play the ball back now, 30 metres out from their own line. Comes back then out to Adams. He now finds another big bopper, and that is Chance Burgess. And he runs straight into Peter Mannion. He'll get up and play the football now. We're locked up at 12 all on Sunday afternoon football. Second minute of the second half gone. As we see now Brown, he's within 4 metres of halfway. This is Sunday afternoon football, live on Facebook Live. They put in the kick now, Newman, in between the fullback and the winger. Callan Richardson's gone away. He's electing to throw it out to the left-hand side of the field. He's got his support player out here, and that's Ryan Walker, Tom, and he goes across field before he's collected there by Lee McClintock before he gets it back there now to the centre of the field. Straight and hard this time now into Chance Burgess. 3 Seagulls over the top. That's where they're going to be finally collected and brought down just inside the cricket pitch area. Richardson says, give it to me. I'll try and go forward. And he runs straight into Chris Randall. And that's where they meet him along with their captain in Chris Adams. They come straight up the middle of the field again now. That's Redmond, I believe, in jersey number 18 in the headgear. He's cut down, plays it back to another headgear man in Knight. He skates from dummy half. He's elusive, he's dangerous. Good run inside. But the referee's given a penalty here. Tom, what's happened here from Graham Stair?
Blake's defence is offside. But Chris Knight was away there. Unfortunately, he's wearing those boots that could be seen from Merriweather. And Lakes were able to latch onto him and bring him down. But unfortunately, they were offside, and it's a penalty. So West, good field position here. Once again, look for the short ball from Jade Porter.
So 12 minutes we're coming into, but it's 12 all here on the scoreboard. It's an exciting match here at Harker Oval. It's anyone's game early on. As we see now, they're charging forward again through Redmond. He's brought down by Chance Burgess on the goal line. Only a metre out. Options left, options right for the Rosellas. Knight, he identifies that. He comes to right-hand side. He finds Keenan. They go short now to Peter Mannion. He's hard to stop. And they finally bring him into the ground. Finally put down by Randall. He'll get up and play the ball. Here come Western Suburbs. Knight sends a long looping ball away to Porter. He throws the dummy, Porter. He's still throwing the dummy. He's brought down only a metre out from the Seagulls line. Here come Western Suburbs. The Seagulls under all sorts of pressure. 12 all here on Sunday afternoon football. They bash and barge towards the line. They're over the line, the Rosellas, but I think he's going to be held up. Held up, Tom Taylor. Oh, what a fantastic little enterprising passage of play there by the Rosellas.
I'm not sure what the tackle count is, Pete, but I'm expecting another bomb to that far corner. I think it's the eastern side. Just using the sun to their advantage, Wes.
So Knight now sends it back to Keenan. He's going to go high to the air. They're coming through. Mannion leads the race. And he comes down with it. What an absolute stunner to Peter Mannion. Oh, he's flown out of the air and came down with an exceptional try.
Must have spent some junior days as a winger there, Pete Mannion, because his catching skills are on point today. Let's have a look at this replay.
Oh, where do we start it, Tom? Let's start it from the kick right here. I think we might even take it back to the Knight throw. Let's do that. That's exactly where we'll roll it from. We'll fire up the replay right now and have a look at this. And it was an exceptional try, wasn't it, to Mannion, though, wasn't it, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. He's caught that about half a metre above his head, so nothing but hands there. Very tricky to do.
This is it right now. Take a look at this. They're all on side. Peter Mannion flying from the air. He knows all about tries. This is his 12th season at the club, and that's his first try in 2017 to Peter Mannion. Look at that. Oh, he could get a gig at the AFL Sydney Swans with that. I think so, but he won't. He'll stay here in the Newcastle Rugby League. That's where we love him. Now, let's see what can happen here, Tom. Jade Porter, he's got the ball placed about 15 metres out, 20 metres in from the Western touch line.
Facebook's being a little bit critical of Jade's kicking today. They said he can't hit him, yet he's 2 from 2 so far, so I don't know what's going on there.
That's his equation on hand. Left boot striker of the football. He's bringing it back around. The crowd like it. The touch judges raise their flag. So Western Suburbs, they extend their margin. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Western Suburbs, they're back in control. There's Jade Porter now, just coming back to the halfway line as Nick Newman, he's about to put the boot to the Steeden and get us back underway.
Breaking news, Pete.
Breaking news.
Chris Adams is off.
Chris Adams is off.
Lakes just made their 4th interchange then, and Chris Adams has just sprinted up the tunnel. I don't know why. He doesn't seem to look injured. He's literally just sprinted up the tunnel. Maybe he did what I needed to do before and just go to the toilet. When you got to go.
Well, when you got to go, you got to go.
Just an
Can I
early diagnosis.
Yeah, it is an early diagnosis. We'll come back to that because I'd like to just ask you something else in regards to that. But if you're a referee, Tom, and you have to go, what happens? You got to go.
You hold it,
and you just
I guess.
hope that there's a camera not capturing the moment. As Knight now, 40 metres out from the line. He goes for a scoot from dummy half. Oh, that was a little bit high. Brings a penalty.
Oh,
and now he's nearly been thrown. Well, somebody ended up throwing the ball nearly towards his head, but he was able to duck that time. This game's had a bit of everything, on and off the field.
The clothesline here, Pete.
Yeah, swinging around in the breeze. Let's have a look at this on the replay. Sunday afternoon rugby league replay here. This is Chad Redmond hitting it up in 18, and that was Knight. And Chance Burgess, just a little bit high, do you think? Chance Burgess. So what do you think Chance Burgess is thinking right now? He's just got to muscle up in defence.
Was it Chance or Casey Burgess was in a bit of strife last week from the referee?
As West are only 5 metres out from the line. Oh, Mannion's been smothered. 4 metres out. He did walk into that one, didn't he? As it comes back there now to Baker. He offloads the ball to Ryan Petro. He's only about 2 metres out from the line. Finally flung down there from Jay Sullivan. Knight again. They want to come out to the eastern side. There's Porter. He throws the dummy. Porter. He tries to reach out, but he can't. A metre out from the line. And it's time off. He's down and out. He's moving his right leg.
That's a shame for Jade Porter. This is his first start of the year. He missed the first round completely. Was off the bench last week at Curry. Bit of an impact at dummy half, and he's back after suffering a bit of a bad arm/wrist injury in the All-Stars match. So let's see what happens to him on the replay.
Well, he was trying to reach out over the line, but somehow his leg couldn't take him any further than where he's landed.
Intelligence has informed me that this could be a head injury. And by intelligence, I mean the ground manager next to me.
Well, you always trust a man with a walkie-talkie, Tom.
Walkie-talkie and a red vest, yep. I have neither of them.
So time off with 31 minutes remaining here on Sunday afternoon rugby league. We hope he's okay, Jade. Good news is he's halfway up, and the trainers are over there just to see if he's okay. Well, they're looking... There's the crowd looking on, as stunned as everyone around the ground, hoping that Porter's okay. Nice zoom work. There they all are. Everyone's having... It's a bit cool in the sun. There's a few people there with a few jumpers on and a rug. A few cars parked in here today too, and no doubt they'll all be going back over to the club for a feed. Approaching 4:10 here in the east coast of Australia. It's coming up to dinner time for a lot of these players. So Knight back to the right-hand side. Keenan, he now sends it out wide. Here's a chance. Oh, they're going to go all the way. Oh, Ryan Walker, put your name up on the scoreboard with a few tinkling lights around Walker.
He's been one of West's best players for the 2017 season. Ryan Walker hitting the ball at full speed, just on the out, and defence just had to turn and chase. But when you're turning and chasing as fast as you are, but you got someone as the size of Ryan Walker, yeah, the odds aren't in your favour.
Oh, Ryan Walker, what a signing he is for 2017 for the Western Suburbs Rosellas. And have a look at this, looming and running at full throttle. Nobody was going to catch him.
Nick Newman's done his best, but unfortunately Ryan Walker just did a little bit better.
Sensational work. Western Suburbs back in front. Half hour remaining. Two E's Newcastle Rugby League, and congratulations to the Macquarie Scorpions. If you just clicked onto our Facebook live stream, they are the inaugural winners of the New South Wales Challenge Cup. Earlier today, they knocked off the Ron Massey Cup side in the New South Wales Rugby League, the Concord Burwood Wolves, as the undercard to City versus Country that's just got underway at Mudgee. The last one. Here's the kick now from 5 metres in from touch. He's bringing it back around Keenan. What a ripper from the touchline. Can he do anything wrong?
The rainbow.
Brilliant kick.
The curve on that was awesome.
Move over, Jonathan Thurston. Let me introduce you to Sam Keenan.
You just watch. This will be on Keenan's Instagram.
Oh, Facebook Live followers. How good was that? You enjoyed it, Tom.
Whoa!
How good is this?
No, that's not very good, Pete.
He picked him up. No. Not that very good. Looked okay from high above as we're going into the replay. Can't get away with this. Let's have a look at this on the replay.
The start of it looked like to be a good, strong tackle, and then it just went a bit awkward in the end.
So Harker Oval, our fourth year broadcasting from here. The Newcastle Rugby League from high up in the grandstand. Bird's eye view of the pitch, Tom.
Yeah, one of the best views, I'll give it that. One of the best views to do some commentary at.
As Knight sends it back to the right-hand side. Keenan, they're up quickly on them. 22-12. Keenan. Are you impressed by Keenan, Tom? He's a good footballer. As they come back there now to the 10-metre line. But no, he is. I mean, no jokes aside. I mean, he is something that Matt Blantyre has invested in, and he's really taking the Rosellas to the next level, isn't he? And let's hope he continues to go on.
Worked really hard in the preseason this year, Sam, because he does have a lot of competition this year. He has Ryan Walker to go up against. He had Joel Brown to go up against, and Jade Porter.
Yeah. So far, playing well. Just like Walker. Walker gets his double. Oh, the Rosellas.
Everything I said about his last try, we'll highlight it. We'll press Control-C, and then we'll just copy and paste it to here right now.
Well, if it's not Sam Keenan getting them going forward, it's Ryan Walker heading over the stripe, as we see here. And have a look at this. Chris Knight, exceptional. And he knows where to lurk, doesn't he, Ryan Walker? He's always somewhere in attack, not far away from the ball distributor. A brilliant 5/8, and he'll only go to the next level under Matt Blantyre.
What do you reckon, Pete? Walker for a hat trick?
You'd have to put your money on it, wouldn't you?
I got no money.
You got no money? What have you got to put on your shoelaces?
Well, you don't. You got dress shoes on.
Oh, that's right. With me jeans.
With your jeans.
Wouldn't you like to know where I'm going after this?
Well, hopefully not somewhere where there's people going to be looking at you.
No. Sandgate. Here's the kick. Straight over the dot. So Western Suburbs. Sunday. Got to go up there and pay him your respects. 28-12. 26 minutes to go in the match here on 2E's Newcastle Rugby League. It's been a big 24 hours for Bar TV Sports. Yesterday we were live at Leichhardt Oval for a huge day of New South Wales representative football. And congratulations to the Newcastle Knights under Mark Morrissey, winning the Harold Matthews yesterday in extra time over Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. And then, of course, the inaugural Tarsha Gale Cup was won by the Penrith Panthers. And then the SG Ball finished it off. And Bar TV powered all that action yesterday from Leichhardt Oval, just like you're seeing right now As they come away now to the 40-metre line. VAR TV, in their 4th season of live streaming. Their first ever live stream was the Newcastle Rugby League. As a matter of fact, Tom, bet you knew that. But
I did.
You did?
I still remember when it started.
Back in 2014. And it's taken over the entire nation of live streaming. VAR TV Sports, associated, of course, with Cricket Australia. It's been a big summer of cricket. Fox Sports, the FFA, and the Newcastle Rugby League. Oh, he's called it back. Mile forward, Tom.
Well, yeah, probably not a mile, but I think it might have been forward. I think the winger just might have overrun this one.
I can hear the crowd say to you, a good 1,000 metres, Tom.
The crowd? Yeah. Yeah. Well, 1,000 metres, you know what that means? That means it is a kilometre.
I knew you were always good with mathematics.
Yep. Sure am, Pete.
Can you tell me where we are positioned on the field, please?
We're off the field.
Is it over?
We're in the commentary box, Pete.
Oh, how's your singing going anyway throughout the week?
That was good.
Sick to that.
Had good fun on Friday night.
Did you?
I'll just change the subject now, says Pete.
Knight. Look at him singing. He's singing and humming. He's offloading the pass. Back to Tafua. Tafua's close. Always hard to bring him down, the big captain. Demonstrated right here. Chris Knight, he's about to bend down and pick it up. He sends it away now to Keenan. Keenan goes himself. On his back there, thanks to Jay Sullivan, Tom. Tom's actually gone down to the sideline to get a few interviews later on. Tom, what's it like down on the touchline? It's getting a bit cooler down there.
Yeah, mate, Chris Adams, he's just made his way back to the bench. I'm not too sure what the problem was, but hopefully he can get back into this game. But you can tell the difference that it's made. West are just putting points after points after points on the board.
Yeah, thanks, Tom, making his way down to the touchline. As we see now, Western Suburbs 12 metres out from the Seagulls line, leading by 30 points to 12 here on Sunday afternoon football. And we see them playing the football 5 to the left-hand side of the post. They go for a dug from dummy half. Oh, that's Knight. He sends it out the back. They're keeping it alive. They know how to support one another, don't they? Ryan Petro, he's within 4 metres of the goal line. Quick play the ball needed. That's exactly what they've got. Comes away now to Knight. He now finds Walker. They're lining up out here. Here comes a try. Is it? No.
What
He's
a tackle.
Short. What a try-saving tackle in the Newcastle Rugby League.
Lakes United putting their bodies on the line here over that eastern sideline.
Well, they had to score. But how about this defence from the Seagulls? Check this out when we fire up the replay, Tom.
I'm checking this out when we fire up the replay, Pete.
As we come back to the live action, we'll get to that because we want to make it as best as we can as the visual. 12 metres out from the goal line. Football on a Sunday afternoon here in Newcastle. It attracts the crowds. Western Suburbs love their Sunday afternoon rugby league. Although in saying that, a lot of other clubs in the Newcastle Rugby League, they do prefer to play on a Saturday.
I find that statement to be accurate. Because who wants to go to work the next day after playing a game of footy? You want a day where you can recover.
Is that why you referee on a Saturday? Here's the bench from Western Suburbs as we see Jay Sullivan coming off as Adams sends it straight and hard up the middle of the field. Centre of the park. They work the right-hand side again. That's the cricket pitch that you spoke about earlier, and Gil Myers put it down. It went backwards, though, the referee says.
Only just.
So back into their possession. Rumbling down to the 40-metre line.
That's the 30, Pete.
Thank you, Tom. I told you maths was your best subject. Inside the 20 now. They fly it out the back. That's on the ground. Who wants to go back and pick it up? That is Newman. Newman steps, jinks, weaves. Oh, he tried to put it into the big palm. But he couldn't.
Last tackle here, Pete.
Second best. Yeah, back to the kicker. They're going to kick it. That is Kennedy. Oh, have a look at that defensive workout.
It was a well-placed kick.
Yeah. Richardson bends down, picks it up and sends it away to Mannion. Wrapped up there by Adams. There's trouble. Trouble for Adams. He's down. The captain of Lakes, as the bench are a little bit unhappy with what they're seeing with their captain still down in the background. There he is crawling. He's calling for assistance. Adams is, well, agony plus on the face of Chris Adams. Charge down. We might be able to get a shot of Adams shortly, but we'll stick with the live shot as he's coming to the bench as the Rosellas are rumbling towards the 40-metre line and beyond. This is Utah. Wrapped up there by Glowhey. Plays it back there now. Knight finding Tafua. He's rumbling up towards the defensive line and Glowhey drops him into the ground. There is Chrissy Hyde. Have a look at that face. He is gutted. Western Suburbs on their opposition's 30 as Keenan goes short to Peter Mannion. He's already picked up a try in Sunday afternoon football, and he's claimed here by Chris Randall. 30 points to 12 as Williams. What a ball! Utah! Brilliant! Brilliant Rosella's try. How brilliant was that, Tom? Down on the touchline, you were right next to that.
Is that Simon Williams or is that Matt Gidley to Tamana Tahu?
Well, that's right. How good was it, that flick pass? Let's have a look at this on the replay. It went straight from Chris Knight, Simon Williams. Have a look at that. Sensational. And Kennedy was caught in Gaga land. Look at that. Brilliant. I don't think they expected that. You've got to expect the unexpected here at Harkett Oval. You still with me, Tom? What's happening down there?
Yeah, mate,
the crowd's going wild in the grandstand.
Yeah, they're going wild. I'm just trying to figure out if I can get some inside information on Chris Adams' injury. But by the looks of things, it looks like something in his torso, maybe a sternum or a rib cage injury, because he doesn't seem to be limping. He seems to have movement in his shoulders. So that's the only thing I can make it come down to, maybe a sternum.
Well, there's our cameraman down on the touchline. Look at this bird's eye view that you're about to see right now. Check this out. Doesn't come much thicker than maybe right in the action than this.
Maybe this one might be better than the other one, and he'll have this one on his Instagram.
Now, just keep an eye on the exposure of our cameraman. It's a bit bright on the right, but when he sends this sailing up in the air, you'll see the blue sky. There it is. It's coming back around. Perfect exposure, but unfortunately the ball's gone to the left-hand side. So no score change here. It's 34-12. Have we got any update on the sideline, Tom Taylor, about Chrissy Adams?
No, mate, they're keeping it pretty quiet over there at Lakes, but I don't think they're going to risk putting him back on because they have wasted 3 interchanges, getting him off, then back on, and then off again. So they're going to be pretty thin when it comes to the remainder of their interchanges. You do only get 10 in first grade.
As Tafua starts his charge from back on the 10-metre line and ends it right on the 20-metre mark. Knight again. Sending up Utai Baker. That's the 30-metre line. And Chris Adams is still on the bench. He won't be back. We're going to try and get a shot of the bench of Lakes any moment now as Rosellas take it into Seagulls territory by 5 metres. There he is there on the bench. Adams still nodding his head. And the perspiration, that's how hard he's been playing today. It's still dripping. Knight. Back to Keenan. Hoisting it high. Gilmay underneath it. Comes down with a brilliant catch. Now loses it out the back door. Ben Stone picks it up. Tom Taylor. And referee signals 6 to go.
Yeah, I think a bit of jinxing there from commentator Peter Jolie talking about how well the catch was.
As Shillings now within 2 metres of the goal line here. 34-12. Not back on their goal line here, Lakes. So round 3 of the Newcastle Rugby League. as Knight in his yellow fluoro boots there. Going back about 4 years, I didn't see many yellow fluoro boots, Tom. I only saw one bloke at Central wear them, Chris Mulborough, but since then it has exploded on the Newcastle Rugby League scene.
I swear I've heard you say that before, Pete.
And it won't be the last. Out the back this time now
I
to
doubt
Williams. He's going to try and go to the dummy and pick up a try, but he's denied. A couple of metres away. Utah sending it again through the middle. Finding Baker. Baker! 4 metres out. An unusual type of hairstyle. We like that. To the left-hand side. Knight. Steps. Walker. Oh, he's dangerous. He was looking for his hat trick there. Slow to his feet. He was smashed in that Seagulls tackle. And he's just lost the ball here. Now, I think he could be a bit concussed.
I think you might be right there, Pete.
Can we just have a look at this? Now, you don't see this every day of the week. He didn't know where he was getting up to play the ball. Now, let's hope everything is okay. Just take a look at this. This is Walker now, so let's play it. Now,
yeah, I think he's caught
this
one on
is
the
the
very top
moment, shortly, we'll just stick to this. As he gets up and plays the ball here, he doesn't know where he is. Just watch this. And he's just, he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, he had 2 goes at it.
Yeah.
Both times went forward.
So Ryan Walker, hope everything's okay with him. He's still out there, isn't he? Yeah.
He's still out there. Cal Richardson's moved into fullback. Ryan Walker's playing out on the left centre.
Just keep an eye on him. As Chris Randall here. Getting closer to sunset. We literally have seen everything here this afternoon. All we need now is a seagull, and that'll complete the whole package of the floppy variety. Back. Who's got the ball now? It's come away down to Newman. Out the back now to Kennedy. He now finds Matt Craig. Well, he knew he was going into touch, Matt Craig, so he had no other choice, did he, Tom, to throw it back on the inside?
No, it was a bit of a desperation pass there, and I think that it's a bit of panic football here from Lakes United. I don't think they had the room at all to be spreading it out to the wing that time there, because he was always going to be getting taken over the sideline. So they're just lacking a leader out there, Pete.
When will you find out where you're refereeing next week, Tom?
Probably either Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. But as you said, it's probably going to be on a Saturday.
Could be.
Got to have the recovery time in the commentary box.
You do. This is where you like it. Western Suburbs. This is where they love playing rugby league. Down the other end of the field, away from their goal line. And this is their time. They've done it tough here today, especially in the first half. Lakes got off to a tremendous start. But the Rosellas have clawed their way back into the match under their first-year coach in Matt Lantry and the first coach assistant in Mark Morrissey, who took the Harold Matthews to the grand final and won it yesterday in extra time. Shillings get to the way to Tafua. Tafua. Oh, put your money on a try to Mark Tafua. Bingo.
Mark Tafua got denied last week by a questionable refereeing call.
And who was that referee?
It was me, Pete. So he's got one this week, and I'm sure he's going to be very happy about it.
This is why he will be happy about it, because he couldn't see Tom Taylor refereeing at all, and he knew he wasn't going to be denied. Tom. This is it again. Come and get me. Well, Jack Kelly, he tried, but tried in vain. So the home side really putting the cleaners late in the second half through the Seagulls without Chrissy Adams.
Up together, hold, go, one. One movement, release, let go, get off him. About 5 step, okay.
So we're going to try and find out exactly what is wrong with Chris Adams. He's trying to keep it a bit of a
Well, I can give you one
secret
fact
at the
Pete.
moment.
I can give you one fact. We can eliminate the possibility of him needing to go to the toilet when he first came off. We can just wipe that clear. You can agree with me, Pete. You can agree. You can say, yes, Tom, that's right.
Well, he doesn't look happy, though. Maybe he does have the...
The you-know-whats.
Yeah. Maybe he does need to go. Back underway, Sunday afternoon football, right here on the home of Newcastle Rugby League as we see the try scoring Mark Tafua rumbling back towards the 20-metre line. It's time probably now to start thinking man of the match. A plethora of Rosellas have had a phenomenal game here this afternoon. There's Chris Adams again, along with Burgess. Most experienced man out there for the Seagulls. Sidelined on the bench. Nice work there down on the touchline from our cameraman Paul today. He's taking his director's hat off and showing everybody his own talents with the camera. Doing an outstanding job, just like everybody else up here. It's a long day putting a production together. You're on your feet from the time you get here to the time you go home. The pitches look nice and easy.
Can Paul hear you, Pete?
No.
Oh, I just saw him smile down there, that's all.
No, that's his lady friend in the grandstand. He's after a missus, and he thought coming here today might be his best chance.
Was he here for the league tag game?
He was, yes.
Ah, there you go.
He's here bright and early. Inside the 40-metre line now, Rosella's, Tom. Let's stick with the action as Mark Tafua takes a shot. Sullivan grubbers it along the ground. This is Callan Richardson, one of the workhorses of the Rosella's unit, week in, week out. That's Alatini, just short of the 40-metre line. 40 points to 12, Sunday Rugby League. 4:30 local time here. 8 minutes remaining. Halfway line. That's where they are tackled. So Stairhead not happy with what he's seeing, Tom. Giving the penalty to the home side.
Yeah, the ball was just ripped out there, Pete. I think Lakes are very desperate to get possession, and unfortunately they're reverting to things that are not allowed.
In the rule book.
In the rule book, that's right. Well, they're allowed in the rule book. They are in the rule book, but they're not allowed on the field, Pete.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a shame. I was expecting this second half to be a lot closer, but unfortunately the injury to Chris Adams has really hurt Lakes.
Still strong defence by the Seagulls. That's one thing. They'll never give up. Testament to their character and the individuals. The Seagulls is a badge of honour to them. Whether they're up by 40 or trailing by 28, they'll keep playing to that final whistle. Just like this side. Keenan out the back to Richardson. Richardson's got Williams. But Gagai is in the tackle along with Randall. Back to Williams again. Quick hands. It comes out the back line. Now to Shillings, a veteran here at Western Suburbs. Ling. Keenan kicking. It's come off Chris Randall. It's gone back to the 30-metre mark. And Callan Richardson has collected here. Tom Taylor.
Well, I haven't seen a signification of a 6 again, so I believe the tackle count is going to continue.
Utah pins the ears back. Nobody will deny him. How good is he in full flight?
Good
there
Pete.
He is right there. Maya Utah. Check him out on the replay. Smoke the burn. Here he is in his element. Got away from Gagai, and he went all the way.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. That's a bit of poor defence there from Sean Boss and Jacob Gagai. They shouldn't be trying to grab him on the jersey. They should have just went for the rib cage maybe, or go for the legs. That's a bit unfortunate. He just went through that gap just way too easy. Hey, Pete, Sam Keenan really likes kicking from this side of the field right at this point.
And he likes kicking right in front of our Paul, cameraman.
Matt Lantry must have given the directive at half-time. Now, we've got a cameraman down there, and we want to get some good shots.
Now, I think he's going to run right into the cameraman. There we go. He's a left boot striker of the ball. Fair, no fear. Look at this shot. We'll bring you right into the thick of the action any day of the week on Bar TV Sports. Here's the kick. We'll stay with the kick. He's bringing it back around, but not enough. Waved away with 4 minutes remaining. Sunday afternoon football, Western Suburbs, and real force to beckon with 44 points to 12. Facebook Live this afternoon. Starting a new era in Newcastle Rugby League as Richardson takes it on the full. And they're coming back into the defensive line. And Glowhee in defence. Mannion straight into Sullivan. Oh, look at them go now. With the football, is that Petro?
Yeah, it's Ryan Petro.
It is Ryan Petro. Straight up the middle of the field in 20. Been out there for the entire half. What do you think he weighs, Ryan Petro? There he is right now. He's got to be the biggest out there. And I mean, when you look at Mark Tafua, he's big, he's tall, but
well, Pete,
I think Petro takes the cake.
I don't want to say anything numbers-wise, Pete, but he is wearing number 20, and that usually says something.
I'm just looking at his feet. Size 20 feet, do you think there, Tom? As we see now, the 7 is Keenan.
Oh, penalty.
Yeah, right in front of the post.
Do you take the 2 when you're up by about 1,000? Is 1,002 more than any greater than 1,000 point advantage?
I'm not quite sure with that, Tom. I don't know really where to go
They're
with
up
that.
by 32. I mean, it's 44 points to 12. They're up by 32, but
you're the mathematical genius. What do you really think?
The only really reason to go for a 2 points is to wind down the clock and ensure that, well, they are going for 2, to wind down the clock and ensure that there's no more late injuries.
Yeah.
It's more of a safety thing, really, because I don't think these 2 points are going to make too much difference on for and against.
And I think they've probably also done that too, Tom, because it's a gap filler as far as the commentary box goes.
It is a gap filler, yep.
So what else have you got for us here this afternoon on Bar TV Sports? Because I think we're going to need to fill at least 60 seconds.
Have you got any more useless facts, Pete? I can give you one.
Yeah, what's yours?
Oh, do you know why scuba divers fall backwards off the boat into the water?
Why do they fall backwards?
Well, if they fall forwards, then they just fall into the boat rather than going into the water.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they've got to fall backwards.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just like that kick, it went straight over the black dot. You're after a spot on the footy show, aren't you? What's the segment called? Gone.
10 seconds with Tom.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Tom who?
Hi, I'm Tom.
Tom Taylor, a referee in the Newcastle Rugby League. They must love playing out there with you, Tom.
Oh, one team usually does, much like with any other referee.
Look at the defence coming through here. Still going all the way towards the full-time whistle. Just tuned to the coverage. We'd like to just thank everybody for their contribution this afternoon on Facebook Live. And we'd also like to thank Adam Bettrich and everybody for keeping us up to date here on Bar TV Sports this afternoon. And Bob Brown. They're probably watching the City Country game right now. But Macquarie were able to take out the inaugural New South Wales Challenge Cup over the Ron Massey Cup side, Concord Burwood, earlier on today in Mudgee. So congratulations, Adam, and everybody out there at Scorpsland doing the Newcastle Rugby League proud in the inaugural New South Wales Challenge Cup. And Western Suburbs, ladies and gentlemen, they've been able to do everybody proud here at Harker Oval It's full time here in the Newcastle Rugby League after round 3. Western Suburbs too good for the Seagulls by 46 points to 12. How would you sum that one up, Tommy?
Well, 12 all at half time.
Yeah.
No one, looking at a 46 points to 12 scoreline, no one would ever think that. West just completely dominated in that second half, and it's something that I wasn't expecting. I don't know about you, but I was expecting Lakes. I thought Lakes actually had the upper hand going into the break. But yeah, West came out just a totally different team and just put on another 34 points.
That's exactly right. Well, we're also going to do something a little bit different right now on Bar TV Sports. We're going to take you onto the field. Paul's down on the sideline, our cameraman. He's going to go onto the field and show everybody at home the blood, the sweat and the tears that these players put their bodies through week in, week out to pretty much entertain us here on Bar TV Sports on a Sunday afternoon. Have a look at that. There's Chris Adams. Let's just have a look at them. Yeah, it could be his ankle. He's got it wrapped up in eye.
Well, it might be. He didn't look like to have a limp when he was walking off the field. Maybe he was just hiding it very well.
Yeah. Well, he's also got a little bit of ice around the elbow as well. Yeah, there we go. So not the best there.
No, it's his wrist.
That's his wrist. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the week. No doubt that's a big story in the Newcastle Rugby League for that man right here, Chris Adams. Came off in about the 70th minute of the match, and he hasn't been seen since for obvious reasons. So, Tom, that concludes our coverage right here at Harker Oval. A phenomenal day of live streaming. We'd like to thank the entire broadcast crew here today. They've been here since the birds, pretty much, about 5:30 in the morning, setting up all the cords and the production cables, and it's always a big job. Audrey, of course, on the camera, directed today by Ryan, and Paul down on the touchline, doing a phenomenal job also delivering the pictures. It's been a big day for Western Suburbs. Too good in the end by 46 points to 12. And Tom, we'll see you again for round 4 of the Newcastle Rugby League.
All right, we'll see you then, Pete.
All right, well, we'll leave you tonight with these shots of the Lakes United side going up the tunnel. Until we meet again next week, it's good night from Harker Oval.